guys, what a beautiful morning. Fantastic. That sunrise just coming up over the fells there. It's about 1 degree. I'm all bundled up and we're back on the Bowland Fells. This is the 3rd video. We're going to do another 7 miler, nice and short, on Clougha Pike. It is Clougha. And I wanted to introduce you to this guy. You recognise this guy. It's the one I fell in. Not this particular bit, but that bit there. The other side of the fence. Doesn't look like much. That's literally where I fell in. And waist deep in cold water. On a previous video you'll see me do it under the epic hiking fail. And yeah, we're back again. So we're going to cross it. A fell runner just came past and offered me some advice to cross here, where it's a bit of a shorter gap, but looking at it now, that's okay for him because he was running and he could take a running jump. Me on the other hand, I'll have to look for something a little bit more stable. So I'm going to try and cross this and not get dumped again. Well, after all that, that's where the fence is. And we've come all the way detoured to a narrow, sort of 1 foot wide stretch where we could easily step over. So that was great. If only I'd done that the first time round. But everything has its reasons. And here we are, back again. So, if for any reason you come this way, so you're coming north from Jubilee Tower, Clougha Pike, don't risk stepping over that water, just follow it east a little bit and you'll find an easy crossing point. But oh my, look at that sun, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, let's push on, head up to the pike and yeah, let's bash out some miles. I'm just going to enjoy this. So, quite a tough slog so far. Not helping that I mentioned before, I started this intermittent fasting as part of my training regimen. So feeling not quite tippity top, but I do have food in my backpack. I'm not taking risks in case I need it. But we've come from Jubilee Tower down at the south there. You can see a bit cloudy today, but you can see our usual familiar landscapes because we're still in Lancashire. It's great, really great, really happy to be out because Storm Malik had sort of ravaged the country yesterday and a lot of hikers on Instagram were put off and thought, well, we'll stay home, we'll not bother. But yesterday was actually one of the best days, and those who did get out, although it was blustery, managed to have some good clear weather. But I know some people have been saying already places have sort of 80-mile-an-hour winds. Nothing here, nothing in Lancashire, so I'm glad to be out. Bad weather's coming in about 4 o'clock, but we're only on a 7 miler. At my slowest pace I do expect to be back at the car at least by 2 o'clock. And like I said, half of this trail is going to be road walking anyway, just on the logistics. So, no idea what the stone says because this side's been worn away. It hasn't been worn away, there's just nothing there. It just says S 1,263 yards. that's about it. That's how cold it is, guys. Some ice forming. So right there, snaking its way into Morecambe Bay, is the River Loon. And then Heysham power plant, way over there. Our usual features. I've not seen the river from this point before. It all kind of blends in normally. Well, yeah, nice to see, really. Yeah, I'm just moseying up here. I'm really taking my time and enjoying it. I'm enjoying that view. Enjoying the sunshine. It's not warmed up at all, but you can see there's a thin layer of ice on any of the water, and it's quite boggy up here, which because I don't know my geography or how this kind of bogland works, there's just a lot of water. It's quite fascinating, wondering where it was running from. But as I didn't do very well in geography and never really wished to kind of pursue it any further, I'll just have to continue being baffled. So we're heading up there, that little, whatever you call it, feature on the crest of the hill. That should be the shooter's cairn. So we're going to head to that, carry on a little bit further, then start moving west to actual Clougha Pike. On the surface it doesn't feel like it would be a popular trail, but there's plenty of footprints, boot tracks all the way up, so it obviously gets used. I'll tell you something, even now so far this trail is just so much better than the other Bowland walks. There's just stuff here, stuff to see, and again I wonder if the sunshine makes a big difference. So anyway, this is the shooter's pile, and you can hear grouse shooters going off in the distance. They actually startled some sheep down there. So behind me you can see our usual Lancashire coastal way. Obviously we've got all of Morecambe Bay stretched out there. It's brilliant. Even heading off northward up to the lakes, but we're going to follow this fence up to the Castle of Cold Comfort, which I bet isn't going to live up to its name, Cold Comfort, because there probably won't be anything there. And then we'll sally back across here, pick up the pike, and then come down off on the northwestern side of the fell. So it's lovely. Look at all this dry stone walling though. Crazy. Anyway, yeah, we'll push on, and then at the halfway point, or just before then, I'll have a bit of a brew and a bit of a rest, eh? So if I turn you around past the sun, you can see a hill with something on the top. That'll be the Wardstone, and that's for another day. It was part of this walk I think originally, but not with the time constraints. You can just see the Yorkshire Dales off that way. Brilliant, love it. Yep, a lot to do this year, but right now we're heading towards the castle of Curled Camphor. No idea what that means or why it's called that, but I will correct myself. I said earlier that there's 3 videos so far. No, there's 4. I always forget. Grisdale Bridge, right down, if you scroll to the bottom of the video list way early on, is from up here, part of the Bowland Fells. So 4 videos so far, more to come I think. Oh, I know. So let's just make our way across, see what this castle is. Well, lives up to its name, except it's not a castle, and it does provide cold comfort. But what a view, eh? Just fell all the way back down. Brilliant. Anyway, keep showing you the view, but sure once you've seen it once. Yeah. Cold Castle fell. Cold Castle. What the heck am I talking about, guys? Cold Comfort Castle. The Castle of Cold Comfort. Cold Comfort in a castle. It's not even a castle. Oh well. Right, sadly, I've got to go all the way back up and then pick up that cairn again. Oh well. Nearly brew time. You've got to have a bit of play, haven't you? Right, so Clougha that way. So we're now moving sort of northwest, more west than northwest, and we're going to pick up this track. It takes us to something called the 3 Chairs. I know it does have different names, but we'll go with the Ordnance Survey, which calls them the 3 Chairs. And then on to the Trig Point. So far, what can I say? Lazily doing these miles. Just soaking it up. I mean, I just love it. I love all of it. Very good mood today, very good mental space today. Not suffering too much from a lack of energy at the minute. Feel quite good. Keeping up with hydration and just soaking up the rays. I do think the sun, I've said before, has a lot to do with it. It does boost the mood rather than a grey overcast sky. But it's a good trail so far. loving it. All this dry stone walling. So my plan is to cover the rest of the Bowland Fells, and I realise I've done quite a bit of it in the videos. I've only got a few bits left to do. So I've got Monday, Tuesday off. I don't know if I get out because of Storm Malik. I might have just been quite fortunate today. But I'm definitely going to get on with the maps and break them down. This 7 miles idea is working out really well. So anyway, you see where we're going to be going. I'm not going to make the mistake I did last time, which was to come off the fell, really hit a steep slope downward, and the camera didn't really capture how steep that slope was last week. But according to the Ordnance Survey app, when I looked at the topography, the angle wasn't a steep descent, and it's tracked. So by rights we should be okay. So we'll see, yeah, we'll see what the trail offers. Ready for that brew. As one blogger pointed out, this gets really boggy, and at the moment it's quite dry, and I think that's because the temperature's so low. It's just hardened the bog, but you can see it'll be an absolute nightmare normally. I'm quite fortunate, just seen 2 hikers going the other way. See, this is quite the bog. Well, this is hard going. All this is just bog, and thankfully, like I said, it's quite solid at the minute. I can imagine once the temperature gets up, it's going to become a flood, and there's so many boot prints. It tells me it's a very blah blah blah. I can't even speak today. Very travelled bit of trail, so I'm having to divert around quite a way just to cut across this muddy bog. I think that's all I've got for the Bowlands, bog. But I just spotted that, completely frozen over. Isn't that cool? So now we're starting to see Clougha Scar opening up, and I can just see a road there. I didn't think there was one. But we're heading there to the Pike, get that trig point, have a brew. Come on. Middle of a fell, what are you doing? Come on guys. It's not hard, is it? Bag it, carry it out. Well, I mean, if you're not going to take it out, why bag it? Dig a hole, bury it, do what you want. I don't care. But don't put it in the bag and then leave the bag. Alright? I'm just kind of a rant now. It's like, I don't want to find that on the trail. And I'm sure the sheep don't either. Come on. Come on. Carry it out. So, you can tangibly notice now that the weather's changed. The sun's gone behind the clouds and all this way, sort of northward, which is where I was expecting the storm coming in. You can see now, big clouds coming in now. That's all the nows. No. Yeah, and you can feel the air's gone really cool. Yeah, and there's a wind picking up now. So, we're going to grab that pike and then we're going to get straight down. So the timing's looking like it's going to be right. So by the time any rain comes, we'll see, still can't talk. By the time the rain comes, we should be down, walking the road back to the car. Jolly good. I'm loving this trail, man. Absolutely loving it. So this is Clougha Scar, and we're heading to Clougha Pike. You can see the scar is all this rock that's now exposed at the surface. There was quarrying done here, and that's why the road's in. There's a flipping windmills ruining it. But yeah, right. Oh, I'm sure I might have heard a rumble. Might be hearing things. Right, anyway, on we go. Let's press on, guys. Let's get this trig point bagged, and then let's get down. Boosh. This cloud here. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Well, that seems to be accurate to the weather report. But the sun has come back out. Yeah. Well, I'm going to quickly snatch a brew. It's getting quite busy now. I've got two guys. Fell runner and a hike walk past. Kind of annoyed. Looked like he wanted to talk, but then he cut off and carried on going. I was open to a chat. Could have even shared a brew with him. By the by, he's carried on now. So, yeah. I'm going to brew up, sup it, and then move on. I don't want to hog the pike. Alright, don't judge me. I know, you like Pilgrim coffee. Yeah, I'm an idiot. All my coffee has creamer in, which I can't have because I'm on a fast. I need to get some sachets of just coffee. So, I'm going to have this rich embrace tingling with fruity warmth. Elderberry and I'm going to ruin this now. Echinacea. Whatever. It's hot. It's wet. So, I had to do all the faff then. Faffery. Because I took my phone out of its pouch and claimed to be at 1% power. I'm not quite sure how that is. I think I've changed some of the settings by accident, so it's been updating photographs and videos to the cloud, even in low power mode, because I always have it in low power mode, save energy. So yeah, I might have balls that up then. Anyway, as usual, we're prepared. And you can see, got the power bank, putting some juice back in. Tricky this scar. Yeah, so we're making our way off the pike. The brew wasn't fantastic, I'm going to be honest. I miss my coffee and I miss having something to eat. So anyway, there we are, coming down off the pike now. Oh, that was some slogging to get off there. It was like a broken staircase. Well, yeah, quite a few people now going up towards the pike. Only me coming down and a fell runner. Oh, it's got a bit flatter now. Don't know if there's more to come. So yeah, Marty's weather report is looking like it's on the nose. You can see over to Morecambe Bay, it's really clouding over now. Getting pretty gloomy, it's gone cold. Sun just makes the odd appearance, but the good news is, as it's got busier, I've seen people coming this way down. I've not done this route before. I'm not bothered about carrying on according to my map, because there's a shorter route here that'll get me to the road quicker, which is where everyone's coming from. So I've decided to follow that, and that hopefully will shave a mile or two off, maybe, if I'm fortunate, and yeah, get us onto that road where it's a bit safer if the weather really does turn earlier than I expected. The weather report has it at 4, so I plan to be off well before then, but if that goes Pete's on, at least we'll be on the road. Getting wet there instead. So there's a cool little church You can't, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just there, just beyond that gate. It's just sat on its own, this little piece of land. It's quite cool. So yeah, I'm going to keep meandering down and get on that road as quick as I can. More Morecambe Bay's disappeared now, it's really coming in thick. Cool. Right, let's do this, eh? We've come from that point there. You can see the scar is carrying on all that area there. There's 2 people already on it, but that's the way we would have taken, and then perhaps come down that side there. But I can see it from a distance, and I don't fancy spending the rest of the day picking my way over stones, so yeah, I'll get a snap and then we'll move on. So I've come off the pike, followed this path, and it's like I've fallen into Worden Park. There's kids and people everywhere. It's shattered the effect. Anyway, it does mean I'm close to a road though. This looks promising. So as you can tell now from the sound quality, the wind is really picking up. The sky has gone grey and that storm's on its way in. So we're now on Rig Road. Hey Riggs! Yeah, I had to, sorry. So we're on Rig Road, we're going to follow it to the southwest till we hit the turning for our main road, which will take us to Jubilee Tower, which is the same road we came in on. So I'm looking about 2 miles at the outside. So again, road walking, especially when it's a single lane, there literally is no room for 2 cars to pass side by side. It's quite common in country areas, so I need to be aware of what's behind, what's in front. Definitely not the time to have headphones in, and you get around it by having these wider spots where you can pass each other. But we're going to keep our ears open, try not to get killed, but we'll turn around quickly because we can see both ways. There's the pike way up there now, and we've come all the way across the crag, Clougha, and now we're on the road back to Jubilee Tower, which was where I parked the car. Not the Jubilee Tower of Darwin where we've been before, but there's quite a few towers built in honour of the Jubilee of the Queen, so it comes up quite a lot. So let's push on, let's get these miles bashed out. It's strange, isn't it, how no sunshine and the mood levels off a bit. I don't feel quite as optimistic now, as energetic. It's weird how it affects you so much, and I see why hikers love summer and spring, maybe even autumn to some degree. As soon as you get that daylight, you get the sun, like we had this morning, fantastic. It really makes the whole thing brilliant, enjoyable. But now, at the right time, the weather's turned, so I'm not that bothered. Just going to plod on and get to the car, but you can't fault this side of the countryside I didn't even know about. I had to check there's nobody about to kill me. Now again, exploring the Bowland Fells has been about kind of stretching out to local areas and seeing stuff that I wouldn't normally see unless I made an effort. Here's the effort, and it's paid off dividends compared to the other, well, two videos. The two previous videos not been that enjoyable. The terrain's been rugged and great pain to navigate. But then the first Grisdale, it was scorching summer. I had a look back at the video the other day. And then today we had that beautiful morning, the beautiful sunrise. Everything came together. So we're getting the whole range of sort of the countryside and the weathers. It's still can't speak. Bitterly cold though. And it's getting very cold. But that storm Malik's gonna come. Seems to hammer everywhere this weekend. Shame that people have died in it. Trees have fallen and stuff. It's a shame. Anyway, we're coming to we're turning in the road. We're going to follow this for a little bit and then turn again down into Jubilee Tower. First drops of rain coming as I just turned into the final road back to Jubilee Tower. I forgot it was all uphill. I've done a walk that started here. I think the town's called Cairnmore or something like that. I've walked this road before. So, plodding on, hopefully the rain just keep off a bit longer. Give me a chance to get back. Getting that leg workout today. Ah, this is all uphill. See if you can see our little road there. That's where we've come from. All the way up. And we haven't even finished. Got all that to go yet. Strange, these aren't empty buildings. There's another one there. We'll have a look as we go past. What makes me laugh is the highway code has just been changed to prioritise pedestrians and cyclists. So I should basically just walk down the middle of the road. I have priority, but I think I'd die. So have a look at that view. Temperature's really dropped. Can't go past. Temperature really has dropped. And that rain is a little bit misty at the minute. So another click left. It's about 15 minutes back to the car. Ready to get back in the car. Ready to go home and have a cup of black coffee. We're escaping. There we go guys, nearly there. Just left of that tower you'll see my little silver mobile. Oh, that's a hard slog. Well, of course, it would be rude not to go up to the top of the tower. Firmest of gates. tributes. Yeah, and there we go. Walk over with. Look at the difference on the fells now. It's covered in cloud, so the timing was good. So let's get back to the car. Let's get out of here. Well guys, back at the car. Not exactly a majorly long walk, but it was arduous. It was a bit of a challenge picking our way through the crags, and then that long slog back a couple of miles there, uphill. So yeah, challenging. Definitely feel exercised and stretched, and it was kind of a good trail. I like this pike, this Clougha Pike, and yeah, some good views. What a morning we had as well. Brilliant, sun shining, brilliant sunrise, perfect conditions, and we are nicely back at the car. It's 1 o'clock now. Timed it perfectly. So as that big weather front comes in, Storm Malik, I'll be sat at home, tucked up in my little study, maybe editing this video. So anyway guys, thanks for joining me again. Hope you enjoyed it as usual. I will see you next time back on the trail.